we are preparing to leap forward in the space science and space exploration field. Korea is moving toward aspirations and hopes by applying a strong team spirit that has long been prioritized. Korea has proliferated over the last 50 years. We have made significant progress in the economy, society, science, and culture, which has thrived since we understood that we can accomplish much more when we work together to build a synergistic whole. Now, we look to start a new beginning here in Busan. To utilize the advantages of synergy, we are achieving mutually beneficial results for everyone. We come together to create a better future. If we work together, we will discover new paths together. And when we walk this journey together, we will reach astonishing new heights.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 45th Scientific Assembly of the Committee on Space Research, or Cospar 2024, titled Team Spirit in Space Research. My name is Hemi Kim, and I'm a conference interpreter. And today I have the honor and pleasure of serving as your MC. And on behalf of our host, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and welcome to all of you for gracing the occasion with your presence today. So thank you so much for coming and welcome to Korea. So without further ado, let us begin the opening ceremony in earnest. First of all, Dr. Jong-wook James Park, Chair of the Local Organizing Committee of Cospar 2024, will deliver the opening announcement. And to give you a brief introduction, he served as the Chief Executive Officer of Space Science Division at the Korea Astronomy and Space Science Institute and many other positions. Without further ado, please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and dear friend and fellow. On behalf of the local organizing committee of the Cospar 2024, I'm very excited to welcome everyone from around the world to the Cospar 2024 here in Busan, Korea. I extended sincere thanks to President Pascal Aramfron for her invaluable support over the last few years, and I warmly welcome you to Busan. With the establishment of the Korea Aerospace Administration, Korea Live into Space, hosting the Cospar 2024 hold great significance. We thank Young-bin Yoon, the first administrator of Kasa, for his proactive support to make this Congress happen. We also appreciate Mayor Hyungjun Park, I'm very nervous, I'm sorry. So we also appreciate Mayor Hyungjun Park for enabling this Congress in Busan. Before the ceremony, the highlight of the anticipated air show by the Republic of Korea Air Force delighted the citizens at Haeundae Beach in Busan. We thank the Chief of Staff, Young-soo Lee, for his enthusiastic support. Additionally, thanks to the Professor Mini, Professor Samuel Ting, and Dr. Chae-kyung Sim, and Mr. Orbit, the public lecture yesterday concluded successfully. So here is about more than 2,600 presenters from 61 countries are ready to give the totally 613 scientific sessions, including the 3,000 presentation. And I convey our sincere gratitude to all the prominent corporations and organization who have generously contributed to this assembly. This year's theme, the team spirit in space research, embodies our united goal among the scientists and the engineers worldwide to use space research peacefully for humanity's benefit. Over the next 6 days, I encourage you to network with colleagues and discuss the latest advancement and the future plan in space exploration. Now, this is the official opening. May the excitement last for the remaining day. Again, welcome.
Dr. Jung-Wook James Park, chair of the local organizing committee of Cospar 2024, gave us an impressive opening announcement. Thank you very much once again. Well, this time, His Excellency Dr. Young-bin Yoon, Administrator of Korea Aerospace Administration, better known as Kasa, will deliver his opening announcement. And Dr. Yoon is also serving as a professor of the Department of Aerospace Engineering at Seoul National University and also as a director of the Space Propulsion Research Center. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 45th Cospar Scientific Assembly. As administrator of Korea Aerospace Administration, Kasa, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you to attend this event. I would like to express my deep appreciation to Dr. Pascal Allen Freund, Chair of Cospar, Dr. Jung-Wook Park, Chair of Cospar 2024, Organizing Committee, and Dr. Hyung-Jun Park, Mayor of Busan, for making this event possible. I am also grateful for the presence of NASA Deputy Administrator Pam Malloy, JPL Director Dr. Rory Lessin, Chair of UAE Space Agency Ahmad Berhor Al-Falasi, Chief Engineer Rigo Fing from CNSA, and Dr. Hitoshi Kuninaka from ISAS JAXA. Space has always been a source of wonder and inspiration. Since the dawn of human civilization, we have always gazed at the sky with curiosity and awe, dreaming of what lies beyond. Today, our generation is turning those dreams into reality, continuing the legacy of our ancestors. This year marks a significant milestone in the history of Korea's space development with the establishment of Kasa. We are striving to advance global space research and build international partnership to achieve the great leaps into space. This is in line with Cospar's vision to promote international cooperation in space science. Hosting the Cospar Scientific Assembly in Korea demonstrates our willingness to actively contribute to the global space science community. The theme of this year's assembly, Team Spirit in Space Research, provides an opportunity for scientists and researchers from around the world to work together. Over the next 7 days, the Cospar assembly will feature public lectures, special sessions, and scientific programs. I hope that all of you will experience the progress of space science through the diverse programs present here. Korea remains committed to the advancement of space science and technology. Following our lunar orbit mission in 2022, we aim to land the Moon and Mars in 2032 and 2045, respectively. We'll continue to invest the innovative projects to expand our capabilities in space exploration and ensure that these advances contribute to the peaceful space cooperation and shared prosperity for nations. As we embark on this new journey together, let us be inspired by the limitless possibilities of space exploration. Through our collective efforts, we can explore new frontiers beyond the stars and bring back knowledge that will benefit all of humanity. Once again, I thank all those who have made this event possible. I sincerely hope that this assembly will be a rich and inspiring experience for participants. Thank you very much.
Well, Dr. Young-bin Yoon, Administrator of Korea Aerospace Administration, better known as Kasa, has just delivered a very meaningful opening announcement, and we are all looking forward to a bright future our newly created Kasa will make going forward. So thank you very much once again. Well, next, the Honorable Dr. Hyung-jun Park, Mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, will deliver a welcome speech representing the host city of Cospar 2024. Mayor Park is a two-term mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, serving as the 38th and 39th mayor of Busan as we speak. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a big hand.
Good afternoon. Today is such a special and momentous day as the world's greatest minds and experts in space science have come together in Busan to attend Cospar 2024 Scientific Assembly. I'm truly pleased and honored to have you all in this beautiful city. The city of Busan put a tremendous effort into bringing Cospar 2024 to Busan. We competed with leading global cities from home and abroad, including Seoul. When Busan's bid was confirmed 3 years ago, there was an overwhelming sense of joy that spread throughout the city. Cospar President Pascal Ehrenfreund, NASA Deputy Administrator Pam Malloy, His Excellency Ahmad Barul Al-Palasi, Minister of Education and Chairperson of UAE Space Agency, Professor Samuel Ting, who is also a Nobel laureate, Professor Seon Suk, leaders of space development agencies, eminent scholars and researchers from around the world. I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all to the city of Busan. I'm deeply grateful to Administrator Yoon Young-bin of Korea Aerospace Administration, President Park Young-duk of Korea Astronomy and Space Science Institute, President Park Jong-wook of the Korean Space Science Society, General Lee Young-soo, Chief of Staff of ROK Air Force, and all those who have supported the organization of this conference in Busan. You might be familiar with the movie Interstellar. The movie created an enormous sensation in Korea a decade ago, even to the surprise of the filmmakers. The people of Korea were quite enthusiastic about Murphy's bookshelf. And as a result of the movie, numerous space enthusiasts were born. Space is an area which requires the highest level of scientific knowledge, as well as unwavering emotions and creative imaginations. I hope to see the Scientific Assembly in Busan achieving the greatest successes in both cases. I also hope that Cospar 2024 will find the key to unlocking the vast untapped potential of space by sharing the latest knowledge in space science. I wish that the series of Busan will take the opportunity to cultivate their interest in space and get one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of the universe. The city of Busan also has another important goal. We are developing Busan-SAT, the world's first marine fine dust observation satellite equipped with Pole Cube. We are also working together with NASA on a joint research project to address climate change. I look forward to having further discussions on Busan-SAT and building up a more globalized corporate network through this conference. Korea's space development history is not that old. However, we have created a new history for ourselves as a space powerhouse with our independent technologies. In line with such achievement, the country proudly announced the opening of the new space era with the opening of Kasa. With such momentum at our backs, I hope Cospar 2024 will lay the foundation for Korea to become one of the world's top 5 space powers. Busan is a beautiful city, which was selected as one of the most breathtaking places and experiences by National Geographic. Recently, New York Times handpicked Busan as one of the world's 5 cities with great beaches. We are also a globally renowned gastronomy destination where a Michelin guide was recently published. In closing, I hope you all have an enjoyable, fruitful time in Busan and wish you all a successful summit. Once again, I sincerely welcome you all. Thank you so much.
The Honorable Dr. Hyungjun Park, Mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, gave us a passionate welcome speech representing the host city of Cospar 2024. Isn't Busan beautiful? What do you think? If you agree with me, please give him a big hand. Yes, thank you. Well, this time, Dr. Young-Duk Park, President of Korea Astronomy and Space Science Institute, better known as Kasa, which is organizing Cospar 2024, will deliver his welcome address. And he got his bachelor's degree in science education from Gyeongbuk National University. And please welcome him with a big hand.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Young-Duk Park, the president of Korean Astronomy and the Space Science Institute. We call it KASI. It's not Kasa. Be careful. It's a great honor to welcome you all to the Cospar 2024, the world's largest academic conference in space science held here in Busan, South Korea. On behalf of KASI, I extend my warmest welcome and deepest gratitude to Professor Pascal Ehrenfreund, the president of Cospar, and Dr. Jong-Ok Park, chair of the Korean National Committee of Cospar, and Hyungjun Park, mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, General Young-soo Lee, the Chief of Staff of Republic of Korean Air Force, and all distinguished space scientists and guests. This 45th Cospar Assembly highlighted the remarkable growth of our space science research field. Reflecting on my first attendance 30 years ago, I'm amazed by Cospar's progress. Today, experts from all fields of space research are here to share their latest estimate and research results. Over the next 7 days, more than 2,700 professionals will shape the future of space science together. This gathering marks a new era of Korean space science with the establishment of the Korean Aerospace Administration, Kasa. Our recent achievements such as Rocket Nuri and Danuri lunar orbit highlight our rapid progress. And also this September, we will install a chronograph on the International Space Station in collaboration with NASA. Our active role in the Artemis project aims for a lunar landing up to 2032 by ourselves. We are also trying to developing new space telescopes as well as conducting research that combine both ground-based and space-based telescopes. And these advancements are showcased at various booths and sessions here at Bexco. There is a famous quote, "A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality." The collective intelligence and the dream of all members drive a new era. Through the Cospar 2024, I hope we can share and realize our dream together as a key collaborator of Cospar. CASI will continue our research and development effort and remain open to international cooperation with all of you. Thank you to everyone who planned and supported this event, making our dream a reality. Welcome again with my deep heart, and may you all retain your passion, stay healthy, and create joyful memory during your stay here in Busan. Thank you.
Dr. Young-deuk Park, President of Korea Astronomy and Science Space Science Institute, KASI, which is organizing Cospar 2024, has just delivered an impressive welcome address. Thank you very much once again. Well, this time, the Honorable General Young-soo Lee, Chief of Staff of the Republic of Korea Air Force, will deliver a congratulatory address. General Lee is the 38th class graduate of the Republic of Korea Air Force Academy, and he also assumed various leadership positions in defense. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome General Lee with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. I am General Young-soo Lee. Thank you for having me here today. It's my great honor to be all distinguished guests. Actually, I brought my script here. I'm going to read that one. I extend my sincere congratulations on hosting the world's largest space festival, Cospar 2024, here in the beautiful city of Busan. As the Republic of Korea and the whole international community embark on a new era of advancement towards space, I would like to thank President of Cospar, Professor Pascal Aaron Freund, Chair of the local organizing committee, Professor Park Jong-wook, and all those who contributed to making this meaningful event possible. Also, I would like to thank the administrator of Kasa, Mr. Yoon Young-bin, for your opening remarks. Mayor of Busan, and Dr. Park Hyung-jun, and Mr. Park Young-deok, President of Kasa, not Kasa, for your welcoming speeches. But last but not least, to all leaders, experts, and distinguished guests, I thank you for your presence here today. In the last few years, as the new space era settles in, we are accelerating towards finding a path to human prosperity in space. Many nations recognize that their capabilities in space will determine the prosperity of both current and future generations. Realizing this, many nations are consolidating national and corporate efforts to transition towards space economy and space security. However, advancement into space is a difficult challenge that demands both vast resources and outstanding research talents. The Republic of Korea, as a nation, is committed to developing our national space power by fostering close collaboration among civil, government, and the military to prevent wasting efforts and fund allocations while creating synergies across various fields. From a global perspective, space research and development is as vast as the limitless universe. In order for humanity to make the great leap into space, international cooperation is not an option, but a necessity. In addition to space exploration and academic collaboration, global issues such as the increasing risk of falling debris, collision response, and climate change cannot be solved by an effort of a single nation. To ensure global safety and peace, our military is involved in international cooperative efforts, employing space situational awareness capabilities supported by electro-optical sensors and space weather early warning systems. In light of the rising importance and interest in international space cooperation, I would like to highlight today's assembly holds both great significance and timeliness. I'm confident that today's scientific assembly will demonstrate major progress in the field of space science and technology. Space economy development and international space cooperation, all the while making humanity's vision for space exploration more tangible. Our Air Force will advance the newer heights based on the valuable insights of experts present here today. And we recognize or continue focusing on putting all our efforts into space development, space economy, and space security. I read in a book by an astronomer who mentioned that they spent so many nights in the laboratory analyzing collected data that they rarely have the chance to gaze at the actual stars in the sky. I express my deepest respect for all those astronomers and experts who dedicated themselves to exploring the universe with passion and a sense of responsibility for humanity. But during your time, I hope you will be able to take a time to relax and appreciate the stunning night sky of our beautiful city and country. Looking forward to our successful Cospar 2024. I wish you all the health, the best of luck, and may your stay in Korea be filled with many joyful, wonderful memories. The Air Force will be with you for good. Thank you very much.
The Honorable General Young-soo Lee, Chief of Staff of the Republic of Korea Air Force, gave us a very passionate and energetic speech. Thank you very much once again. Well, we are almost there. We have just a few more speakers. And this time, Dr. Dong-hoon Lee, Chair of the Cospar 2024 Scientific Program Committee, will deliver another speech. And Dr. Dong-hoon Lee is currently serving as a professor of the Department of Astronomy and Space Science at Kyunghee University as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Dear distinguished scientists, space agency and industry representatives, it is a great honor to welcome you all here today. At this Cospar Assembly, the largest and the highest quality gathering in space science, we initially accepted 3,200 abstracts, which have been arranged to 2335 oral and 365 poster presentations. I know many of you have traveled long distances to Busan, and I sincerely thank you. I will keep my talk as short as possible as a token of my appreciation. Consider this. There are about 100,000 flights worldwide every day. At any moment, 10 to 20,000 airplanes in the air. Currently, there are about 7,000 active satellites in space. But by the end of next year, or before the next Cospar Assembly, the number of satellites will exceed the number of airplanes in the sky. More satellites than the airplanes in the air. This is a clear sign of the real space age that we are living in. While space remains a symbol of mystery, it is now becoming part of our daily lives so fast indeed. This assembly, with 3,000 presentations covering topics from galaxies and stars to the Earth and its environment, showcases the rapid progress in each field to you. Space allows us to expand our horizons. When we focus inward, we often face barriers and isolation. But looking outward to the opportunities that space allows us to have, we see the collaboration across borders and groups is essential. We hope you can lower your barriers here during this meeting temporarily and share and even dream together on this new Cospar journey with the team spirit in space research. One last tip, a recent opening of Kasa is quite a coincidence in the sense that our Cospar proposal was made more than 4 years ago. We are very pleased to celebrate the launch of Kasa with all of you from around the world. Please don't forget your valuable suggestions for our future international collaboration between you and us. You are warmly welcomed again. Thank you.
Dr. Dong-hoon Lee, Chair of the Cospar 2024 Scientific Program Committee, who is also serving as a professor of astronomy and space science at Kyunghee University, gave us a very insightful speech. Thank you very much once again. And last but certainly not least, finally, Her Excellency, Dr. Pascal Ehrenfreund, President of Cospar, will give us the final speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her with a big round of applause. And she doesn't need any introduction, so please welcome her once again with a big hand. Thank you.
So, Your Excellency, distinguished representatives of governments, space agencies, industry and academia, distinguished guests and dear participants, Cospar community, welcome to Cospar 2024 under the topic Team Spirit in Space Research, which I think is really something important. We are all happy that we are here. We are really very excited that we are in Busan, and the local organizing committee, and of course also the Cospar Secretariat and the entire Cospar community has really worked tirelessly to ensure the success of this event. And I have to say that these numbers are from before the local registration. I think we are much higher now. We are by 2,700, 2,800, and over 60 countries. There will be 3,000 talks and posters, and we have started already. The house was full yesterday on a Sunday, and there are more than 140 scientific events covering all domains of space research. And we have also very interesting 7 interdisciplinary lectures. And at the same time, we are happy to be here in Korea at the time, and we want really to extend our congratulations to the newly established Korea Aerospace Administration, Kasa. So Cospar is the oldest and largest international scientific society dedicated to promoting international cooperation in space research. So established in 1958 under the International Science Council, ISC, and the Committee of Space Research really aims to advance scientific research in space on a global scale. And today, Cospar really includes 46 national scientific institutions, 13 international scientific unions, and over 13,000 associates all over the world. And we hope we are growing, and we can also groom a new and young generation of space scientists and engineers. So Cospar has 8 scientific commissions. And they really span, when you look at the topics, they span over all science disciplines in space, from Earth to atmospheric sciences to planetary science, astrophysics, solar and space plasma physics, life and microgravity science, and many others. And this is really as a strength. And I want really to give a great thank you to those commissions, because these commissions organize the scientific program of our assemblies. And Cospar has also many panels and task groups. I cannot mention all of them, but they are more focused on specialized areas of space research, and as well as education and capacity building and innovation, and they further our mission and they bring Cospar into the future. And we are also grateful to all our editors of our successful journals, Advances in Space Research, Life Sciences in Space Research, which has a 10-year celebration at this assembly here today, and other journals. Cospar made a strategic plan, 2024-2028, and that is really important because, as we all know, the space sector is vibrant and changing very, very dynamically. We have many stakeholders now, and we have to really work together and discuss together. And I think it is really important to look at some of new missions for Cospar, and be it climate change, be it planetary science, astrophysics, the new area of exploration. There are so many topics we will focus, and we can, because we have so many experts in these fields. And also, Cospar's role in the international space sector will grow, because we can really connect and bridge between the different stakeholders worldwide. We have to groom a next generation. We have definitely a lack of employees in the STEM sector. We need really to enhance the space workforce all over the world, in particular also in the STEM sector, and we have all to work together because space is growing very, very dynamically, and we need a young workforce, which is then also connecting to all the other economies. So obviously there are many, many, many different aspects, but we really want to highlight our importance, our role in the global space sector, and showcasing how the established connections, which we actually have practiced all over the years, that they really bridge and rejuvenate scientific cooperation worldwide. So I want also to mention that Cospar is strongly working with the United Nations, and in particular with the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. And that Cospar was actually the first observer which was admitted in 1962. And in many, many different topics, we are working with the UN in different working groups, like planetary protection, satellite dynamics, space debris, space weather, mission planning, space resources. We have our common UN Cospar Symposium. So we have also really strengthened in the recent time this connection. And we also know the space sector is developing at an accelerating pace. We have numerous stakeholders, and Cospar really recognizes this and has created the Committee on Industrial Relations, and you will see many events here at this assembly. And the committee is really dedicated to explore effective ways of integrating the industry capabilities with international space research efforts. And we can see that also on a very large exhibition area here this time. And we have currently 18 significant space company members, and anybody who wants to join, please let us know. And at the end, I just wanted to show you a little bit Cospar 2024 at a glance. And we had a very successful International Academy of Astronautics Day yesterday. We have many associated events. Please look detailed in the program. For the ones which are just arriving, we have 7 interdisciplinary lectures, 2 of them fantastic ones yesterday. Please, after the coffee break, we will have a very important roundtable of space agency leaders here. We have the new space weather roadmap, which is community-driven, which will be presented tomorrow in a panel. We have fireside chats. We have many different lunches where we should really work interdisciplinary. And please come to these events. We have, of course, also a youth networking night. And there are some surprises I have heard, so for our young generation. And I really want to thank the local organizing committee, our PCO, and the Cospar community for shaping this exciting conference. And we are also honored to have representatives from South Korea's industry, academia. We warmly welcome the heads of space agency and high-level representatives from around the world who will participate in our esteemed roundtable just after the coffee break, after this session. And we also want to, of course, express our appreciation to all the sponsors for their support for Cospar 2024. And you can see them also highlighted everywhere else. And also this year, we have the largest Cospar exhibition ever. And we extend our gratitude to the 43 exhibitors. And you will see them down in the hall, also where the poster session is. So please do not forget the regular poster sessions in the exhibition hall, which is supported by our brewery sponsors. So more I don't want to say. I think you know what that means. And I want to end by saying that space research is really a dynamic and integral component of the vibrant multi multi-stakeholder space sector. And it is increasingly crucial that the foundation of policies in the space sector is based on the latest peer-reviewed scientific knowledge. So with Cospar, we really further promote knowledge exchange, we foster innovation and build global partnerships, and we really want to help to shape the global space ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Her Excellency, Dr. Pascal Ehrenfreund, President of Cospar, gave us the great finale of this opening ceremony. And did you know that the asteroid 9826 Ehrenfreund 2114 T3 bears her name? She has an asteroid named after her, and we are very pleased and honored to have you here. So ladies and gentlemen, please give our President of Cospar another round of big applause. Thank you. So finally, we are very excited to announce that Busan Metropolitan Dance Company will present a very special Cospar 2024 opening performance commemorating and congratulating the commencement of Cospar 2024. To give you a brief introduction, Busan Metropolitan Dance Company was founded in 1973, the first of its kind in Korea, and now it's a home to 48 members playing a pivotal role in pioneering Korean dance and art market with its own authenticity and an international touch. And this time, they will showcase a very particular performance called Taepyeongmu, which is registered as the National Intangible Cultural Heritage number 92 in the Republic of Korea. And Taepyeongmu is designed to pray for the country's Taepyeongseongdae, meaning peace and prosperity, featuring colorful and royal costumes as well as delicate movements. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Busan Metropolitan Dance Company with a big round of applause. Well, wasn't that an amazing performance? I'm sure they can hear you, so please give them another round of big applause for their amazing performance. That was Busan Metropolitan Dance Company. Thank you. And that concludes our opening ceremony of Cospar 2024, and we will dive right into the Cospar 2024 award ceremony as well. So please remain seated, or if you want to have a short break, please make sure you come back here. as soon as possible. And then I will see you again later in the evening for our opening reception. Thank you so much and have a great day. Well, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention one more time? We are going to start our award ceremony almost immediately. So please come back to your seats and get ready for our award ceremony. And this time, the award ceremony will be moderated by Her Excellency, Dr. Aaron Freund. So we will also invite our moderator, and please come in and please be seated. Thank you. Well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start the award ceremony in about 2 minutes. So please come into the hall and please take your seats. And it will be moderated by our Cospar president, Dr. Aaron Freund. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to resume? Well, may I invite Her Excellency, Dr. Pascal Aaron Freund, up to the podium because she will be the moderator of this award ceremony. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Cospar president with a big round of applause.
Hello, thank you. We had a little bit unexpected interruption because it should have just been continued after the dancing, but we continue with a very short, actually, award ceremony before the Heads of Space Agency meeting, and I also want to say hi to my, please welcome also my Vice Presidents, Katrin Cesarski and Peter Umbardini. We will do that together. So I'm just showing you that we have several awards, and the William Nordberg Medal is actually given to two young researchers. And these are the, except the last one we will give right now in this ceremony. And I want also to say that many of the recipients of a Cospar Award are also awardees honored by the attribution of a minor planet. So this is because we are, Cospar is working together with the International Astronomical Union, and in particular with the Working Group on Small Bodies Nomenclature. So these awardees are actually getting also a small body named after them. So it's actually quite an honor. So I would like we will share, you know, those kind of different awards, and I will start with the Cospar Space Science Award. The 2024 recipient of the Cospar Space Science Award is Dr. Rosine Lallemand, a senior researcher at the Paris Observatory. She is being honored for her significant contribution to the study of the heliosphere and the local interstellar medium, and her research, based on observations from SOHO, Voyager, Hubble Space Telescope, Gaia, and other spacecraft, has been groundbreaking. Recently, she has utilized Gaia data to create three-dimensional maps of the interstellar medium extending up to 3 kiloparsec, derived from color excess data and diffuse interstellar band absorptions. Dr. Lallemand pioneering work has led to major discoveries in the field. She has published 207 refereed papers underscoring her influence and impact, and she is a truly deserving recipient of the Cospar Space Science Award. Though Dr. Lallemand cannot be with us, she has sent a 1-minute video. Which we hope we will
Dear
see.
Cospar President, directors, dear colleagues, I am very honored to receive this prestigious Cospar Science Award. I am particularly moved because this remarkable organization promotes international cooperation for the peaceful use of space, our common good, and this is more important than ever. I want to pay tribute to all talented and charismatic colleagues who helped me to have access to precious data, new measurements, and help me to decipher them. From the now legendary Voyager missions to extraordinary observatory like HST, SOHO, and now Gaia, on other spacecraft from various sizes, I have been very lucky to benefit from many successful and conceptually new missions. When I look at those who made these missions successful, for instance, Edward Stone, who received this award and sadly recently deceased, I feel humbled in their company. I'm sorry I cannot attend this meeting, but I wish you a very successful and fruitful assembly. Thank you.
So we next go to the Cospar Nordberg Medal. And this year, the 2024 recipient of this medal is Professor Matt Griffin, who is a professor at Cardiff University in UK. He has been awarded this medal for his exemplary contributions to space-based infrared astronomy. He played pivotal leadership roles in the ESA Herschel mission, establishing himself as a world-class astronomer and a leader in the development and utilization of major space projects. His leadership in the Herschel Spire Consortium subsequently led to his role as UK co-principal investigator for the Atmospheric Remote Sensing Infrared Exoplanet Large Survey, or ARIEL, which will launch as ESA's M4 mission. Through his direction of major projects, Professor Griffin has propelled infrared astronomy to new heights, making him a most deserving recipient of this prestigious award. And he cannot be with us today, but we will see him on the screen.
Very honored to the Cospar award, and I'm sorry that I'm not able to attend the Cospar meeting in person. But my son is getting married, and I'm afraid I can't miss that. I do want to wish you all the best for a great meeting. Space science is a complex and collegiate endeavor, and it relies on the coordinated efforts of talented people from many disciplines and often many countries, working together with a common purpose. And that's also very exemplified by that international space science community. And I'm very much indebted to the many superb colleagues with whom I've had the privilege to work during my career in infrared space astronomy. And this award is just as much for them as it is for me. Thank you again.
Okay. Issue Norberg medals. And the second one is for Professor Kanako Seki from the University of Tokyo, Japan. She has been awarded the Cospar William Norberg Medal for her numerous significant contributions to our understanding of ion loss from rocky planet magnetospheres. This topic intersects multiple Cospar communities and has broad implications for planetary evolution and habitability. Professor Seki has been involved in numerous spacecraft missions from space agencies across 3 continents, often serving in both scientific and managerial roles. She also holds leadership positions in multiple space science organizations in Japan. Professor Seki has become a role model for students and postdocs in the many communities she represents. Her exemplary work and commitment make her a highly deserving recipient of this prestigious award.
Hello, everyone. It is my great honor to receive such a prestigious medal in the name of Dr. William Norberg, a pioneer of satellite-based scientific observations. The reason of this award, understanding of ion loss from terrestrial planets, is a subject I have been working on many years, and I'm very pleased to see its importance has been recognized. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my excellent collaborator on this occasion, and hope to further develop our research for application to exoplanetary habitability and as well as future science mission planning. Finally, I would like to express my thank you for my family for their continued support. Thank you.
The 2024 recipient for the Cospar Harry Massey Award is Professor Prandal Char Agrawal, and he has made outstanding contribution to the advancement of space research, particularly in the field of X-ray astronomy at the very beginning of this field, and under his leadership, innovative space-borne scientific instruments for balloon, rocket, and satellite mission were successfully developed and deployed. Professor Agrawal was a key member of the Lunar Task Force established by ISRO to prepare the project report for India's first moon mission, Chandrayaan-1. As an effective and decisive leader, he motivated and guided instrumentation teams to overcome technical challenges. Additionally, he has served as a member or chairperson of the governing council of several premier Indian institutions, significantly contributing to the evolution of their research programs in this field. I know personally Professor Agrawal since more than 45 years. I'm honored by his friendship, and I think he highly deserves the Cospar Harry Massey Award.
Good afternoon to all of you. President Cospar, members, fellow researchers, and ladies and gentlemen. I thank the Cospar President and Cospar Bureau for conferring this coveted 2024 Harry Massey Award on me. I feel honored by it and accept it with all humility. I began my research career in space research at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, TFR, Mumbai, to study primary cosmic rays, but later switched to X-ray astronomy in 1967 to study hard X-ray sources. After my PhD, I joined Caltech. And later moved to Jet Propulsion Laboratory, where we worked on X-ray satellite. Returning to TFR, I led a team of 2 researchers to successfully develop the X-ray instruments for satellite mission. This development led to the concept of astrosat, and later on our astrosat was used extensively by scientists. In its 9th year, astrosat is still working very well and giving give useful data. On this occasion, I recall my mentor, Professor B. Srikantan. Also recall my collaborators, Professor G. Garbar, Dr. Gunther Rigler, and the PIs, principal investigators of the various instruments which were put on exercise. I am thankful to, above all, to Dr. Kasturirangan, who was a pillar of support for the exercise mission, and whose his successors also supported and reposed faith in me, which led to the realization of exercise. Finally, I want to thank my family, my wife and family, who are here today in the audience for their continued support and encouragement. Thank you.
And the next one, the 2024 recipient for the Cospar International Cooperation Medal is Dr. Dieter Biliza. He is a renowned space scientist, internationally recognized for his pioneering work in ionospheric modeling and his steadfast support for international cooperation in space research spanning over 3 decades. He is the principal author of the International Reference Ionosphere, IRI, the globally accepted standard on Earth ionosphere. Under Dr. Biliza's leadership, the IRI project has become a model of international collaboration, engaging scientists from both developed and developing countries. He has led numerous multilateral projects that have significantly improved the prediction of and forecasting of ionospheric climate and weather. His distinguished contribution to the international scientific cooperation make him a deserving recipient of the Cospar International Cooperation Medal in 2024.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Cospar, for honoring me with this prestigious award. I want to send a heartfelt thank you to my nominators and the award nomination committee for deeming me deserving of this wonderful recognition. This accolade is also a recognition of the International Reference Ionosphere Project and all of its members, many of them here in the audience. Hi. A true model of what can be achieved with international collaboration. I owe a great deal of gratitude to my numerous colleagues who have supported me along this journey, with a special mention to the late Professor Karl Raber, my mentor and the initiator of the IRI project. My deepest appreciation goes to my wife, Roxana Moyedi, whose love and encouragement have been paramount in making all of this possible. Thank you. I wish I could be there with you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
So we are coming to the next award, and this is a joint award between Cospar and the Chinese Academy of Sciences, the Jiuyang Zhou Award. And I just want to ask the national representative from China to Cospar and Director General, National Space Science Center of the Chinese Academy of Sciences to come down to award. But my Vice President will read the citation for Professor Daniel Baker.
Thank you, Pascal. The 2024 recipient of the joint Cospar Chinese Academy of Sciences, CAS, Jiuyang Zhou Award is Professor Daniel Baker. He has made significant contributions to planetary science, beginning with his pioneering work alongside James Van Allen on the Jovian magnetosphere, and extending to his recent research on Mercury with the MESSENGER program. He played a central role in the International Solar Terrestrial Physics program and served as an investigator on numerous space missions, both terrestrial and planetary. Professor Baker has been a strong advocate for space weather research, raising public awareness and informing the US Congress about the potential dangers of extreme space weather events. A recognized leader in the field, he recently chaired a task group on establishing a constellation of small satellites to further Cospar's goal in international cooperative science. Given his distinguished career and his outstanding contributions to the field, he is a highly deserving recipient of the Zhizhongzhou Award. Professor Baker.
In a somewhat analogous situation, America's greatest philosopher, Yogi Berra, said, "I want to thank everyone who made this event necessary." It is truly a distinct honor to receive the 2024 Zhao Award from the Cospar and the Chinese Academy of Sciences. I want to thank Professor Chi Wang and my many colleagues in the Chinese Academy for this deeply appreciated recognition. I also want to thank Cospar for providing a framework within which it has been possible for me to pursue international scientific objectives. It's been a lifelong goal to explore Earth's environs, the sun, and the planets of our solar system. Receiving the Zhao Award is a great validation of the efforts that have engaged my research life at NASA and at the University of Colorado for such a long time. I thank my wonderful wife, Vicki, and also our amazing daughter, Kirsten, who's here today, for their tireless support and warm encouragement. Thank you. I'll give you all my love. Thanks.
And we are coming to the last award, and this is the joint Cospar Indian Space Research Organization ISRO Vikram Sarabhai Medal. And the 2024 recipient of the joint Cospar ISRO Vikram Sarabhai Medal is Professor Anil Bardwai. He's director of the Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad, India, and he's a highly respected space and planetary scientist. He has made significant contributions to the development of instruments for planetary and space missions, conducted multi-wavelength observations of solar system bodies, and performed theoretical studies of planetary atmospheric and ionospheric processes. Since joining the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO in 1993 at the Space Physics Laboratory on the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, he has initiated and developed a vibrant planetary science research group. Professor Bardwai has successfully flown scientific experiments on all Indian missions to the moon: Chandrayaan 1, 2, 3, Mars, Mangalyaan, and the solar mission Aditya L1. His extraordinary achievements make Professor Anil Bardwai a highly deserving recipient of the 2024 Cospar Vikram Sarabhai Medal.
I'm truly delighted and honored to receive the 2024 Cospar Vikram Sarabhai Medal, named after the great Indian scientist Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, who actually established the physical research laboratory where I currently work. And he is also called as the father of the Indian space program because he is the one who started the space program in the country. Thanks to Cospar for recognizing the work which is done in the area of planetary and space science by me, but I essentially owe and share this award to a very large family of colleagues, collaborators, students, and postdoctoral fellows who have worked with me or are working currently with me in my previous institute, that is Space Physics Laboratory of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Trivandrum, and currently the Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad, as well as several institutes across the world in US, Europe, and Asia. I sincerely thank ISRO for earnestly supporting my research career over more than 3 decades, to my family, my wife, who is present over here in this award ceremony, to support me and to patronage me throughout my career. Thank you very much.
We will see Anil Bardwai also during the Heads of Space Agency Roundtable in about 20 minutes representing ISRO. So I thank you very much for staying here. There is still 15 minutes, and I thank very much my Vice President. We got a little bit interrupted before. It should have been just after the dancing, but we thank you very much, and it will be all really posted on the Cospar web and in social media, all the awards. And we thank you very much for staying. And you have about 17 minutes to take some water, because we have a very exciting and high-level representative roundtable of space agencies here, which will be very interesting, where you also can ask your questions to the different space agencies. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I forgot that actually. Dear ladies and gentlemen and participants of Kosha, may I ask you to take your seat, please? I know that there are people coming from all sides. I've seen them on the corridors from other sessions. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished heads and representatives of space agencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as Cospar President and Cospar Council on the other end of the table, we want to welcome all of you to the Cospar 2024 Space Agency Roundtable. We are very honored to have high-level representation from countries, space agencies, and space research organizations taking part in our esteemed roundtable today. And I want to very briefly introduce our distinguished panel. And I'm doing this in alphabetical order. His Excellency Ahmad Belul Al-Falasi, he's the Minister of Sport and also the Chairman of the UAE Space Agency. Anil Bardwai, Director, Physical Research Laboratory, India, which is actually representing ISRO here today. Guiping Li, Chief Engineer, China National Space Administration. Hitoshi Kuninaka, Director General of the Institute of Space and Astronautical Science, ISAS, from JAXA. Pam Melroy, Deputy Administrator, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Raffaele Mugnuolo, Head of Exploration and Infrastructure Offices of the Italian Space Agency. And last but not least, Yungbin Yoon, Administrator, Korea Aerospace Administration, Kasa. Our distinguished panel members will all give a short statement or presentation. They have all a few slides, touching on their respective space agency programs and updates on recent and anticipated planetary and astronomy space missions. They will also address opportunities and challenges of emerging private space actors, address climate change through space contributions, and discuss other topics. I'm the only one which have seen all the slides, and Niklas, very interesting. And we will then continue with some dedicated questions and also take your questions from the audience. So now I hand over to Niklas Hetman on the other side of this very large table, my co-moderator.
Thank you, Pascal. Thank you indeed. And I will then now introduce the first speakers who will make the statements or presentations. And first out is Deputy Administrator Pam Melroy of NASA. Please, madam, you have the floor.
First slide or second slide? Where is it? Nope, there we go. There we go. Hello, everyone. It's really a delight to be here. I'm going to tell you that I'm not actually going to talk about NASA's science portfolio, not in front of the head of science at NASA, who is here, Dr. Fox, who will be giving a talk later, as well as many other participants from NASA. And the director of the Jet Propulsion Lab gave a wonderful talk this morning as well. I'd rather talk about something that is, I'm going to take us maybe to a higher orbit for a moment and talk about a perspective. As I think everyone knows by now, it's not a surprise how much the space industry has changed. The new commercial capabilities have been transformative for NASA. You look at the capabilities that we have for commercial cargo, commercial crew, to the International Space Station, and a variety of other new missions that commercial has been able to take on to help us enable our mission. But I do want to talk about how commercial space is impacting science, because I think it's incredibly exciting. And I'm going to give a few examples of some of the more novel ways in which commercial space is affecting science. Obviously, I think everyone is very familiar with the fact that remote sensing is now providing commercially available data. NASA has a program to distribute that to our scientists, and we are seeing world-class science come out of this commercial remote sensing data. But I'm going to also say that that's not the only thing that is happening. Some very interesting things in that area are emerging. So I want to highlight a fascinating partnership that is between a commercial company called Planet, which is more than 15 years of experience and is a space unicorn, a tremendous startup that is now worth more than $1 billion. But Planet is partnering with a nonprofit, with NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and with regulators on a program called Carbon Mapper. And the intent of Carbon Mapper is to detect and locate methane and carbon dioxide emitters. And it's a fascinating business model. We're watching very closely to see how this evolves. But this concept that a public-private partnership is actually, in this case, it's with a regulator. It's not with a space agency itself. So a very, very interesting model that is enabling some really interesting, and I would characterize applied science towards climate change. The other example that I want to highlight is around hosted payloads. And the program in particular is called Tempo. And Tempo is a capability that is hosted on a Maxar geosynchronous satellite. And it's really quite extraordinary, and it's a game changer because it's at geo, it can stop and stare. It's a UV visible spectrometer, and it's high-resolution data for ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and other pollutants. So it's really able to have very high resolution, but also a daily look, an hourly look across North America. And that is absolutely extraordinary quality in both spatial and temporal resolution in that area. So the concept of using a hosted payload to optimize around an orbit to get more advanced data is something that I think we're going to see a lot more of. In addition to that, I want to add the ultimate in hosted payloads is our Commercial Lunar Payload Services program. Very exciting, the ability to deliver commercial or our technology, whether it's technology or science, on a commercial lander to the moon. We've had 2 launches. One successfully landed on the moon, but we really think this is going to be extraordinary for us because we'll be able to get a proliferation of science experiments on the surface of the moon relatively quickly through these commercial partnerships. So these are amazing new emerging approaches to using commercial to maximizing science, and we're really excited about it. I will say, though, that what comes with that is a little bit of some of the challenges. Now, in the United States, we have a fairly robust oversight regime for regulatory and space policy and law for fairly traditional things that we have done in space. So, for example, space transportation, launches, regulating spectrum, regulating remote sensing, and those kinds of things. But what we don't have is a very robust framework yet around some of these novel and emerging commercial activities. So I'd like to just offer some kudos to Vice President Harris, who is the chair of our National Space Council, for bringing everyone together, and for the Space Council for pushing forward to say we really need to have some sense of oversight of some of these novel activities that we're doing. In particular, we think it's incredibly important to have the approach to sustainability. And right now, without that sort of government oversight and a framework for some of these novel space activities, we're going to have some challenges around that. So we're moving in that direction, but we think it's critically important that at the same time that we take advantage to have more science, we also have to recognize that space sustainability and other policy matters are important. And so we need to continue to move in this direction together. to take advantage of the commercial capabilities while at the same time making sure that they're being responsible and sustainable. So with that, I will turn it back to you.
Thank you, Ms. Malmroe, for your interesting statement. And just rest assured, questions and answers will come later. We will just complete first the round of statements. Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Mr. Yongbin Yoon, Administrator of the newly established Korea Aerospace Administration, Kasa. Sir, you have the floor.
Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Yongbin Yoon, Administrator of Kasa, Korean Aerospace Administration. Our administration has established in May 27, 2024. Today, I would like to introduce Korea Aerospace Administration and our policy directions. First, I would like to briefly introduce the history of Korea aerospace development. Korea's aerospace history began with the development of a first satellite research center in KAIST and the establishment of a Korea Aerospace Research Institute in 1989. Since then, research centers and university have made meaningful achievements despite the limited research environment. This led to the establishment of a space-dedicated division within the Ministry of Science in 2004, and enactment of a Space Development Promotion Act in 2005, which in turn paved the way for full-scale space development. Since then, Korea has demonstrated remarkable achievements, including the Dan-Uri and Nuri missions. And in response to the public opinion and recognizing the need for the dedicated government agency, Korea Aerospace Administration, Kasa, was officially established in May 27, 2024. Korea Aerospace Administration serves as the control tower for national space affairs and international cooperation, and is an organization within the house expertise. Kasa aims to foster an aerospace economy and create an optimal environment by expanding investment in related fields. Our research and development efforts are focused on 4 key areas: space transportation, satellites, space exploration, and aviation. In-depth strategies and projects for each of these areas are currently being prepared. I would like to conclude my presentation with a brief overview of implementation of strategic and challenges in the field of space exploration. First, Kasa is preparing the National Space Exploration Roadmap. This roadmap will serve as a blueprint for the systematic promotion of space exploration, including strengthening space exploration capabilities and Moon to Mars program. Regarding mission programs, Kasa is also considering observation and exploration of Moon and Mars and the Sun. By doing so, Kasa will collaborate with the partner nations, since these missions can only be accomplished collectively as a global community. I would like to say space development isn't just an interest for one. It is a mission for everyone. Kasa is fully dedicated to advancing Korea and contributing to humanity through our missions. We always welcome your support and advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, indeed. Pascal, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very exciting program. Your Excellency, I'm on the other end, but I've changed a little bit the configuration here to be a little bit in the front. Your Excellency, Ahmad Belul Al-Farasi, we are very delighted that you are here to represent the UAE, and maybe ask you for your statement, please, and you have a clicker on your left. All right.
So thank you, Pascal, for introducing myself. I have to say I consider Korea quite lucky because I flew as a Minister of Education and I landed as a Minister of Sports. So there's a change in cabinet during my flight here. So I have to say it's a good thing, but I'm still with space. So I think I have a unique perspective because I was privileged to lead the US Space Agency from 2017 to 2020. And then I stepped aside and I'm back now, and I can tell you the enormous growth that has happened over the past couple of years really puts things in perspective for an outsider. So I'll start off first by explaining where has the journey started. It started by inspiration, 1976. The NASA team visited the late founder of UAE, explained to him the program there. It was an inspiration. Our first real entry into space was digital satellite communication by the establishment of a company called Thuraya in 1997, which is now merged under a bigger company called Space 42. But then came 2020, that's when we had our first deep space mission, of course with all our partners globally that helps us to reach that, from JAXA with the launch and our colleagues in the United States in terms of development of the program. Today we continue with that mission beyond the Emirates Mars mission. We've introduced the mission to the asteroid belt. It's a long mission, it's about 7 years. We're looking into launching it. The development will be about 6 years, because I need to refresh my memory here. There you go. And a big focus of this project, which will span 13 years between 7 years of asteroid navigation and 6 years of development, it will also include a big fundamental change from the mission to Mars. The mission to Mars was predominantly by government, from the Space Agency and the Mohammed Barash Space Center. The asteroid belt mission is quite different. We're looking into engaging the space industry. We're actually using that project as a catalyst to create and to encourage private sector's participation. We also have the astronaut program, where also NASA has been extremely helpful with that. We had the first astronaut, Hazza al-Mansour, which went for a short visit to the ISS. Then we have Sultan Niadi, who became the first Arab astronaut to perform a spacewalk and also to do a 6-month mission. And again, we'd like to thank NASA. Without their support, we could have been achieving that. Beyond that, just to quickly cut short on the presentation, we want to talk about, at the national level, what are our priorities. In 2021, the Space Analytics and Solutions Program was launched. It tackles environmental challenges predominantly. It focuses on environmental monitoring, loss and damage, and food security. In 2022, we've also launched the Geospatial Analytics Program. This provides access to satellite data for Earth observation. We've partnered with Khalifa University to contribute on the goals of sharing all this archived and real-time data, hosting external and geospatial applications, enabling AI modeling without the need for coding, and 4, providing advanced geospatial machine learning models. So that's a program where we want to go much more downstream on the data analytics side. Thirdly, we've been able to convene countries in COP28 in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai. And for the first time, we've hosted a space pavilion and a space leaders summit where a pledge was made during that time around 7 main aspects. Our goal here really is to not only focus on space exploration and local sector development, but also on the policy side to make sure that we can gather leaders around the world to make commitments to the space sector. Moving on the application side, we've identified 3 main areas to focus on. One is enhancing the monitoring of greenhouse gas emissions. Yes, the UAE is part of the global power supply, but also being cognizant that we need to be carbon neutral in the next few decades. So again, observation plays a key role. You cannot reach net zero unless you really are able to follow and monitor all of your emissions. We also have something called NABAT, the National Agriculture Baseline Advanced Technologies, which aims to provide dynamic nationwide agricultural baseline to monitor farms across the world. So besides monitoring the emissions, we also want to monitor the agriculture of the UAE. We're in a very scarce, water-scarce country, so again, agriculture is very important to us. And the final point is loss and damage atlas for climate resilience. This project specifically seeks to innovate, to create an innovative loss and damage atlas driven by satellite data. The idea behind this is to extend technology and expertise to developing countries to tackle the loss and damage results from climate change. Its objectives are aligned with the World Meteorological Organization Early Warning System for All initiative. It aims to enhance the availability and accessibility of early warning system hazards for extreme weather, extreme water, and climate-related matters for the most vulnerable countries. So that's the tool for us to provide that early warning system for countries that are A, under great climate stress, and B, don't have the resources to have their own monitoring system. Finally, just a brief summary on the economy. We've mentioned a few projects. How does that align with the UAE as we diversify away from oil? So as of today, there is 10.9 billion dirhams in revenue. There is a robust performance of accounts of 40%, 40.7% of our total economic input in the space sector is supported by over 2,846 professionals. We rank 11th worldwide in space technology, 11th in satellite launches, and 16th in overall space capacity. Again, in summary, I don't want to go through the whole list, but this is quite inspiring to be done in a short period of time. And I have to say, in all transparency, we could not have done that without our partners, from Korea to Japan to the US and many other countries. So I encourage countries who are entering new into space to really think about entering space throughout the whole value chain, identify partners that are willing to cooperate, and then as a next stage, try to build your local industry within the country. This is our focus, and I hope I was able to summarize a quick 2-decade journey in space in a few slides. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this presentation, and I would like to invite Guoping Lee, Chief Engineer of CNSA, to give the next statement. We are very delighted that CNSA is with us at Cospar 2024.
尊敬的帕斯卡尔主席，各国同行，很高兴受邀参加这次圆桌论坛。
Honorable Ms. Pascal, President of Cospar, and my colleagues of space agencies, I'm very pleased to be able to be invited to be this roundtable forum of the Cospar 45.
现在我简要介绍一下中国月球与深空探测和空间科学方面的有关情况。
Now I would like to introduce how China's works in the space science and lunar deep space exploration programs.
中国月球探测活动从2004年开始，到现在为止，我们已经进行了9次任务的发射，圆满完成了嫦娥1号到嫦娥6号任务，还有2次中继星，1次这个高速载人返回这个科学实验任务。
So since 2004, China has conducted 9 missions to the moon, from Chang'e 1 to Chang'e 6, 2 data relay satellite launch missions, and 1 re-entry test missions.
其中嫦娥4号和嫦娥6号降落在月球的背面。刚刚在上个月的6月25号，我们嫦娥6号任务取得圆满成功，我们带回了这个1935克月球背面的样品。
So inside of these missions, Chang'e 4 and Chang'e 6 landed successfully in the far side of the moon. And just last month, in 25th of June, we have successfully conducted Chang'e 6 re-entry and returned 1,935 grams of lunar sample from the far side.
接下来我们将在2026年要发射嫦娥7号任务。这一次呢，我们也继续着陆在月球的南极，将开展巡视和飞越探测。我们力图能找到这个在月球南极有水存在的这个科学依据。
In 2026, China will launch the Chang'e 7 mission and land at the south pole of the moon through orbiting and also the hopping exploration. China will carry out detailed survey on the south pole resources and try to find the direct evidence of the existence of water ice.
我们将在2028年前后将发射嫦娥8号这次任务，也将继续着陆在月球的南极。这次任务呢，主要是开展月球资源利用的一些科学验证工作。
So in 2028, China will launch Chang'e 8, which will also land in the south pole of the moon. And this mission will be focusing on the resources utilization demonstration tests.
另外呢，我们中国已经正式启动了载人登月的这项任务，预计在2030年前后，中国的宇航员将登陆月球。
And also, China initiated a manned program to the moon. So around 2030, Chinese astronauts will be landing on the moon's surface.
目前，中国还在开展月球科研站的相关认证工作。
So we are now also doing the studies on the International Lunar Research Station program.
我们将在月球的轨道和月球的表面建立相关的科学研究设施，主要是对在月球进行这个探索、利用和月基观测以及科学研究等方面的一些活动。
So we are going to build infrastructures in the lunar orbit and also in the surface of the moon to conduct the scientific exploration and the resource utilization and the moon-based astronomical observation programs.
这个项目呢是一个开放的工程，我们欢迎各国同行能加入到这个月球科研站的项目。目前有14个国家和国际组织签署了这个参与月球科研站计划的项目这个协议。
So this program is totally open to international community. We welcome international partners to come and join us together in this mission. So up to now, we have 14 countries and international organizations who have signed in the IRS mission.
月球科研这个项目呢，是一个长期的科学项目。我们欢迎各国同行在不同的阶段可以参与的，包括联合研制、共同建设、功能科学研究等不同形式来参与这项活动。
So this is kind of a long-term program, and we invite international partners to come in and join us in different phases of the mission, including the joint development, manufacturing, hardware, softwares, and to do the scientific research.